Have you seen the spiders in Australia?
Oh gosh,
Spiders
you need
don't
to get
bother
off
me.
the YouTube.
He had pictures in his phone of spiders in his backyard shop that were the size of a dinner plate.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Do they have a golf store? Buy a 9-iron. Keep it on your person. No problem.
There you go.
Spider
You're good.
gone.
Give them the continent. You give them the continent. You move to New Zealand.
The following program features a bunch of doofuses talking about the automotive aftermarket. The stuff we, or our guests may say, do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of our peers, our sponsors, or any other associations we may have. There may be some spicy language in this show, so if you get your feelings hurt easily, you should probably just move along. So without further ado, it's time for Confessions of a Shop Owner, with your host, Mike Allen.
Tonight, I just opened a bottle of Roan's Creek, straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey from Bardstown. I don't know that I've ever had it, but I was told it was good. So
The label on that thing looks like Moses wrote that.
It does,
What's
doesn't it?
going on here?
yeah, it looks like something I'd do after about a half a bottle, the way I'd write them. So, but
Yeah, your opinion would get a lot stronger about a half a bottle through.
So Bryan just got back from a week of vacation at the lake. He said it was the first vacation in forever that he actually was able to really relax and have a nice breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about that, Bryan.
Yeah, I sat around with my feet up. Ran it pretty hard. No check liver light, so that's good. But yeah, back to serious business at the shop, which is highly overrated after a vacation like that.
Yeah.
How many serious dumpster fires were waiting for you when you got back?
You know, it's really not that bad. They kind of do this thing where they're pretty good at knowing when something's going to have to wait. So
how many times do they say, you know what? This is going to have to wait until next week, Mr. Jones, when Bryan gets back?
2 weeks before I left, they were booking people for when I got back.
That's not fair at all.
They told somebody with a Chevy Cruze they had to wait like 37 days to get their car in or something like that. They're like, well, Bryan's not going to be back
Cruze, man.
Huh?
What do you got against a Chevy Cruze? It's a highly reliable vehicle. Very well.
It was somebody had gone on all the forums and done all the little goofy things that forum people do, and then couldn't figure out why it wouldn't run right. And they're like, it's going to have to wait for Bryan. I had a couple waiting for me, but they're not terrible. I mean, these guys aren't. They can get through stuff, you know. Oh my gosh, we have this 09 a Volkswagen Touareg with a diesel in it that I decided needed a starter before I left, which is a huge job on one of those. It's all-wheel drive. It's like 11-hour starter job. They put a starter on it. Thing starts and runs, all that good stuff. Sits for a couple days. Customer comes to pick it up. It won't key on. No communication, no key on, nothing. So that's the latest. That's the latest developing dumpster fire that started to develop this afternoon.
They drove it out of the bay and then it sat there for 2 days and then it just wouldn't.
They drove it out of the bay on Friday. They moved it out back yesterday because the customer's coming to get it today. Yesterday morning, they moved it out in the back parking. Then it got moved back up to the front parking so the customer could pick up. And then it's done. It's done keying on.
Well, when it's going to shit the bed like that, at least it was nice enough to wait for the customer to discover the problem and come tell you about it.
Yeah. So it's one of those. It's one of those problems on one of those cars. Like I'm not really afraid to work on anything, but I don't like working on Volkswagen programming immobilizer type problems. It's not my thing, man. We got so many cars to make so much money on. That's just not my thing.
Real quick, Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you allow it to come in the shop? Because when you bring something like that in, or allow it to come in, it consumes so much of your profit, so much of your time, so much of your efforts.
Well, it was okay because it just needed a starter. So it was 30 minutes worth of testing. It was 30 minutes worth of testing and 11 hours labor in a starter. So I'm totally fine with them jobs. It's
Okay.
what's developed since then, right? I was fine with fixing the original problem. You know me. You know me. I like the easy work, right, Mike?
Love the easy work.
Love the easy work, you know. And
look, I want to talk about that because Dutch has been harping on this of late, and I've heard lots of other people whom I respect talk about it. It's about the trap and the risk of trying to be the hero shop. And there's a niche market for hero shops, right?
Sure.
And there needs to be there, but there is a niche number of technicians that can be heroes, right?
And man,
Yeah.
So not everybody can be a hero shop, and not everybody can have a hero technician, right? So the point is, I think Dutch said, hone in on the 15 or 20 most profitable things that you do, and spend 80 or 90% of your energy on those things only, and don't waste time on the other shit. And
so
I understand that, but John just said, why do you let that into your building, right? So where do you draw the line?
Well,
Because
it wasn't a hero car. It wasn't a hero car when it first got brought in. It was a Volkswagen that had a bad starter motor.
Look, here's the deal. I like to think that I'm pretty good at running an auto repair shop. It's what I've done for 20 plus years, but I'm not good at managing a marketing budget and all the different facets of a truly well-rounded marketing plan. There's mail, there's local advertising, there's website, there's Google AdWords, there's all the different things that go into that, and it's just not what I'm good at. So what I've chosen to do is to buy myself the time to focus on what I am good at, while having someone else execute on all of those things at a way higher level than anything I could ever do. That's what turnkey auto marketing does for me. So if you feel like you could use some of that same magic, I'm going to recommend that you go to turnkeyautomarketing.com, get a free consultation, tell them that I sent you, tell them that Confessions of a Shop Owner sent you. You won't be disappointed.
TechMetric is the all-in-one software solution for auto shops. It can do just about anything.
How can I build trust with customers?
How much? TechMetric can do that.
How can I do an inspection faster?
TechMetric can do that.
How can I make this as painless as possible?
TechMetric can do that.
How can I run my shop from anywhere?
TechMetric can do that.
Can I just pay for my repair from my phone?
TechMetric can do that.
How can I be a better man?
You could try putting your crap away, Dennis.
Sometimes you just need to put your crap away. But for shop productivity, increased revenue, and a better customer experience, TechMetric can do that.
Right. So this is just something, it happened to break on site, right? It happened to have this new problem on site, which we're only, I was going to say 15 minutes, but it's probably more like 45 minutes into this problem. And the local Volkswagen dealer is like $268 an hour, and they might go ahead and get it. We have a lot of stuff sitting on the lot that we're really good at fixing. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many cars you fear. It doesn't matter how many hero cars you do losing money. And I just don't think, I don't mind doing hero cars when it's something I'm familiar with and I think the customer's getting a good value, and we charge for outcome and not hours. So I don't think the customer should have to pay for me to muddle through their immobilizer system.
Wait, so the customer should not pay for you to read service information and learn how a system works before you work on it?
Not for hours at a time when somebody who's familiar with the system.
There are some people who will disagree with you strongly. Some very respected people.
They can, and they can go buy their own 3 shops and they can run them however they see fit. That's fine. That's
Quick
totally
question.
fine.
Who pays for your time to go to trade shows like ASTA?
Well,
who pays for the hotel room? Who pays for the airfare? Who pays for all that?
Who paid for my wife's dental school and pediatric residency?
Hey, man.
My customers did.
Yeah, Mike's customers. And I get that. I like to feel really good about what we're doing, and I feel like, I think our customers need to pay us for what we're doing.
Amen.
But while they're paying us, they're paying for a level of performance that I consider acceptable. And if I get out too far in the weeds on this thing, I don't know if they're getting their best value with me. I can do many things very well, and this is one of those many things that I can do. I can do this. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put a little bit more time into it, and then might just bite the bullet.
What's your take on that, John? Because you were asking who pays for the time going to the expo. Obviously, the business does, so therefore the customer does.
Yeah, but you have to charge your value. You need to know your value and charge your worth. Okay?
Sure.
And if the Volkswagen dealer's $289 up the highway from you, why aren't you $300? You're 10 times better than any Volkswagen dealership. You're 10 times better than the Chevrolet dealership. The value you bring to the table
10 times
is astronomically better.
I am 10 times better at working on Fords and Chevys than the Ford or Chevy dealership.
Amen.
I will take that to the bank. I am not 10 times better at working on Volkswagens than the Volkswagen dealership. I'm probably about the same.
I don't believe that. I know how good you are, Brian. I think you're undercutting yourself. Like I've said,
I think it's my least confident brand, so I'm hesitant to charge. I'm least confident on Volkswagens and Audis, right?
But
I'm more confident on Mercedes and BMW and all that stuff.
Data. And it's the same waveform. It's the same data that's been around on any Ford or Chevrolet.
I think one of the things that we're missing here, Brian, is that you've got 3 shops busting at the seams, and there's 47 other cars waiting for you to look at them.
There's a lot of cars.
There's 100 cars on the schedule.
It's a very bad week for it to happen.
So, if you didn't have any other cars in the parking lot, you'd figure out how to work on it.
Yeah.
If you're good, and everybody in the neighborhood and everybody knows that you're good, you're going to be busy. And when you're that busy,
we're cranking.
You're too cheap. You're working on people that you shouldn't be working on. That's not your customers. They're bringing it in because nobody else can fix it. And you're God. You're the greatest thing in the whole wide world to them.
The greatest thing in northern Niagara County, maybe.
Exactly. So when you're that position and you're that good, you're not banking. There's a problem. I hope you're banking, Brian. I really do. Because you ought to be.
We're banking pretty good.
I think they're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
So you're like southern Toronto, right?
Yeah, we're practically southern Toronto.
Except dirtier without free healthcare.
Our Niagara Falls is not as nice. Their Niagara Falls is beautiful over there. Our Niagara Falls, you end up with freaking the VD if you walk through there.
Kind of ghetto-ish?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough over there, yeah.
Buffalo is one of the cities in the United States.
Buffalo itself is nice. Niagara Falls.
I had to get off the freeway in Dallas today where I was going to way north Dallas because the freeway shut down. They run me through some neighborhoods that, we're... I pulled my gun out of the console, put it in my lap, man.
You're like, did I bring an extra magazine? Am I going to need to reload?
Exactly. Do I have enough ammo for this trip?
There is a mall in Buffalo where you don't bring a spare mag, you just bring a whole spare piece. It's faster to just switch guns than it is to reload. There's a lot of room for error reloading. If you just grab a second one, it's not a big deal.
I'll tell you what, fellas. I'm in a bad enough situation if I ever have to actually use a firearm in self-defense. If I have to reload, I'm fucked.
You're just gonna throw it at him. You're just gonna throw the gun at him. Hopefully, it hits him in the head. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm all. Some things irritate me, so I think this thing's got me irritated now. And probably by 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, it'll be up and running. And I'll be like, oh, I got bent out of shape.
Hey, everybody. I wanted to take a minute to tell you about the coaching organization I've been involved with for, over 20 years now. Elite. Elite Worldwide, they don't give you a one-size-fits-all solution. They tailor the coaching specifically to you and your shop. They pair you with an experienced coach who is either a current or a former shop owner, and they turn strategies into actual action and accountability and results. Whether it's improving your service advisor's sales, growing your shop, growing to multiple locations, they really have you covered. They've got training for all of those things. Clients of Elite really see results, higher profits, stronger teams, a better work-life balance. If you're ready to take the next step, visit eliteworldwide.com to schedule your discovery session. That's eliteworldwide.com to start working on your business rather than in it. Tell them that you heard about them on Confessions of a Shop Owner so that I get a pat on the back or maybe a box of chocolates or something. That would be awesome. Thanks.
About it. But
Yeah, once
things
you
bend
step
me out of
back,
shape.
take a breath, do a little drink, relax, it'll come to you. Light bulb will light up about midnight tonight, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Yeah.
Uh,
Probably drive to the shop. I'm actually already planning to leave for the shop a little bit early in the morning just to stare at it and try to intimidate it a little bit.
So 5:15, because you're typically texting at like 5:50.
Yeah, I'll be there at 6. By 6, I'll be there.
I will not be at the shop at 6.
I'll be there at 7, but not at 6. I'm leaving the house
Time of
somewhere.
day before anybody gets there. Oh my gosh, it's quiet.
I realize that I've transitioned to a different part of my career, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. But look at Firm over there, just stacking $100 bills on camera.
An envelope that came in, and I said, "Look at
I
that!"
just had an envelope full of hundos here. I thought I'd put it on camera. Whatever. Is that like a
Fold
wheel
those
chalk?
over, you call them a wheel chalk.
Yeah.
That's what Tommy Markham does. Make sure every Zoom meeting he goes, "Oh, Mike, look I made a wheel chalk out of my diagnostic money," and he's got a fistful of hundreds folded over. This is I charge diag money. He sets it aside to show Mike his wheel chalk, he calls it.
I love that.
I was about to make a world-class
I
point.
I
was about to make a world-class point, and then Firm just flashed $10,000 and totally threw me off base. Because if we know anything about an ESO, cash money makes me lose my focus.
I can't believe you were infatuated by his handful of hundreds. Color me shocked.
I can get a late night flight down there. We can
go have some fun with that.
We can go have brunch at the club.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
The golf club. I meant the country club.
Oh, thank goodness.
Country club, yeah.
What do you think about it? Anyway, I don't remember what we were talking about before he started throwing his bling around. Well,
Mike, you were talking about you made a change in your career. I really want to hear that.
Oh, yeah. So now it's if I show up at the shop at 7 o'clock, people are like, "Oh, fuck. Somebody's getting
hammered.
Somebody's getting fired."
Well, hey, so here's a question. I got yelled at by someone that I fired last week. I fired them at 7 o'clock or 7:15, whatever time they got there. Mm-hmm. And I've always been of the mindset that that's a conversation you should have face to face and not over the phone or text or anything like that, right? First thing in the morning or end of the day?
First thing in the morning before you get started, because they're going to have an attitude, and you're there, and they know something's coming up, and as soon as you can sever that, that's when you need to do it, or it's going to cost you next week, tomorrow, or something, because they're going to screw up something. They're going to sabotage, destroy something, because they have no passion. They don't care no more. They've reached that point with you and your business that they don't care about your business, and that's why you're having to let them go. They're ready to move on. Let them move.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You know, this individual was like, "Why did you just make me drive an hour?" Because they drove an hour. It wasn't really an hour, but, with McDonald's and whatever else, it probably took them an hour. But
I can't
pay them for the day and let them go.
I can't believe everything that's available down there, not in communist New York, somebody's going to McDonald's. I mean, Sheetz will put bacon and tater tots on a breakfast sandwich.
Amen.
If I had a Sheetz within an hour of me, it would be an hour drive to work because I drive to the Sheetz. I drive there every day.
So you haven't been to a Buc-ee's yet, have you?
I've been to one, but they don't have them here.
We've got one in North Carolina finally, and there's one on the way to my brother's house in South Carolina, and
Oh,
Like, it's
man.
cool, right? I get it. It's
got
a
a
tourist
cool factor,
attraction.
yeah.
Super clean bathrooms and super
Mhm.
quick gas, and if it's on your route and you got a hankering for a snack, it's a good
It's
stop.
well worth stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family owned business, privately owned, right?
You're right here in Texas, yeah.
Really?
Started in Houston.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Man, what an operation. It's an impressive operation for sure.
Very much.
Yeah.
They got a documentary on one of the History channels or something to watch about it. It's pretty cool to watch the back deal. One of the team members, the brother, he sits there and watches fuel prices, and they buy their fuel 6 months out. And he sits there and watches fuel prices, who's got the best price, and he buys the gas for all the places. And the other brother buys all the merchandise that's inside the stores that's repackaged and relabeled, and they send it to their processing facility by the truckload to repackage it and send it out to the stores.
It's like a Sheetz and a Cracker Barrel and a K&W cafeteria had a bastard child.
You can't even talk about Cracker Barrel right now. They're being basically canceled because
Why are they
Oh
being
my
canceled?
gosh.
they redid their logo unnecessarily, and they made it like super bland and ugly, and everybody's like, your Cracker Barrel logo's too PC.
We're getting rid of the crackers, what they say.
It's like people are like everybody's got their panties in a wad over everything.
They do,
anymore.
don't they?
Oh my gosh. They even got no broken Volkswagens on the lot, and they all got their panties in a wad. Imagine these people had real problems.
I don't know, man. I mean, the world has to have something to be furious about so that we don't focus on the real problems, right?
Amen. Yep.
And you think Cracker Barrel?
It's your turn in the barrel. Hey, so 20 minutes into our conversation, we should introduce our guest for those of
Nobody
you who live
knows who
under a
we're
rock
talking
and don't
to.
know.
Nobody
Yeah.
has a clue who I am.
They'll all know who it is, but
Welcome to the show, guest 171066. That's what your name says on the recording. We'll
Really?
correct
Because
that.
I typed in John.
All right, so first question. Name, city, name of your business, how long you've been in business, and then what's the backstory to your online nickname?
Name's John Firm. I own Firm Automotive for 30. Well, this is going to be 38 years this coming month, September the 27th.
oh my gosh.
You know, we're primary fleet. 99.9% of my business is fleet. And that's why I don't understand your Volkswagen story, because I haven't worked on retail customers in 20 years. And if you brought me a fleet of Volkswagen, I'd say, no.
I love it.
I don't care if you had a starter problem or not.
That's
no.
I tell you what, the
That's
Molly
it.
Maid franchise in my area drives a fleet of Volkswagen Jettas. I don't service them, but
Yeah.
I think that's got to be a very profitable fleet account.
You know it does, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the great thing about fleets, and I'm swinging the subject here, is all the tooling that you have to have, Brian, to work on all the different kind of cars.
Mm-hmm.
I need tooling for Dodge pickup trucks. I need tooling for Ford pickup trucks, Ford bucket trucks. You know, I've narrowed it down to the tooling that I need. And when they get rid of 100 and something cars, I don't need that tooling no more. I need to retool for the Ford Mavericks that are coming out, that they're being replaced to NV200 vans. So tooling expenses for me are way, way down. It's dropped a lot. You know,
well, I think that's just one of many reasons
but
it pays to specialize.
Yeah,
You
not
know?
just the expenses, but what it takes to be trained up on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
If you're using, 8 different factory softwares, remembering how to navigate through a certain thing can get a little goofy sometimes.
Oh, yes. I don't remember those days. That was back when OTC was selling the Genesis.
Oh, gosh.
That was back in 1997.
Yeah.
Hey, if you got any of them, I kind of collect those if you got any special edition ones.
What is the blue Volvo tool you need?
Yeah.
Nobody can find out. I haven't gone to get it yet. That's the only one I've ever seen for sale in the wild.
Well, I'm not going to tell Keith Perkins about it because you wouldn't respond to our messages, Keith.
Oh.
So
Right.
there's a blue Volvo tool that you're not going to get.
Did you say a Waldo tool?
Whatever.
Oh, gosh.
Whatever. So, I don't want to mispronounce it. What is your online persona name?
Buckaroo Bob. Buck and Bob.
What is Buckaroobob, Buck and Bob? What is that? There's got to be a story behind that.
Well, there is a story behind it. You know, when I was I'm on Facebook as John Firm Automotive, John Firm, and I was doing so much for our industry.
Hey, it's me, Mike's kid. Want to tell us your wild shop stories? Or maybe you just think my dad's totally wrong. Call us at 704-CONFESS and leave a message. You can tell us we're awesome, or you can tell us we're idiots. We're cool either way. That's 704-CONFESS. Just don't make it too weird.
Sharing training, sharing the word, sharing things that happen in legislation, doing all that stuff. And I said, I don't want to bring recognition to John Firm. It's not about John Firm. Let's make it about somebody that nobody knows. So I used to hang out on the north side of Fort Worth. That they call it Cowtown, over there by Billy Bob's.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd see these guys dress up like a bronc rider, okay? And they go walking the street. This city dudes, and we'd say, there goes a Buckaroobob, you know, just being derogatory towards him. And then you'd see these,
I like that.
yeah,
Just being derogatory.
You'd see these other guys come running through there, you know. They'd have their big old long tall boots and mule ears hanging off of it so they could pull them up, and then they'd have the big old tall hat and a wide brim, you know, grass hat, and yeah, there's a Buck and Bob, and then, you know, he's all city dude, but he's trying to dress that cowboy way of life. And God bless their soul. Really do appreciate the Western heritage, but if you got any cowboy in you, understand what I'm saying. So I put those two together, and that's how I came up with the name.
That's what you call a concrete cowboy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I will tell you, last year I was going to Houston a fair amount because I was going down to the Todd Hayes show, right? Repeatedly with different people in my organization. And I went to my good friend Harrison Rusk's shops for a 20 group meeting. And we went on a cruise that went out of Galveston. So he flew into Houston, visit people, everything else. And I went out to enough bars and had enough good times that I was fucking looking at hats and boots. And I was like, wait a minute.
Well,
I probably can't pull this off.
Callie Grace was supposed to come to Texas 3 weeks ago, something like that. And that was the deal I was going to do. Take her out. She wants a cowboy hat. And I was going to take her to American Hat Company and get her a good cowboy hat to dress up like a little girl and make her look sharp, you know.
Well, she's cute as a button. And I think she's, did I hear that she's working with Auto Shop Solutions now? Is that right?
I haven't talked to her, but
maybe I heard wrong. I don't know. If she is, good for her. So.
Yeah, I haven't heard yet. I haven't talked to her in about 4 or 5 days now. But she told me the last time I talked to her, something big's fixing to turn loose for her. And just as soon as it happened, she was going to let me know. So,
well, she did. Her mama and daddy did just post that she got married last week.
Yeah. So I was hoping
exciting.
when they come to Texas that I would be able to ordain that little wedding for them. And I was going, and that was the big deal. But when Gage decided to join the military, it had to be pushed up and made go fast.
Well, that's the story of going to boot camp. I'm going to boot camp next week. Let's get hitched, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for them. I really am.
Good people. I want to get the whole Burris clan on at one time. I think that would be greatly entertaining.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Think we can pull it off?
I mean, I want to get it where we're just recording the helmet-to-helmet communication while we're racing at the go-kart track. Because Benji, historically, gets kicked out of every go-kart track we go to.
Didn't he get kicked out? He got kicked out last year, right? They black flagged him, right? Or no, they shut his cart off?
Two laps in, they black flagged him. They put his cart in limp mode. He had to come back in and they said, "You're done for the night." So if we go this year, we're going to a different track that has gas carts without remote governors. So they can't shut you down.
Freaking Benji Earnhardt.
They keep black flagging you, but you don't have to slow down. I love that one.
Put on the blinders. Just keep trucking, bitch.
I didn't see it. On the loud pedal. My goodness.
So you're coming up next month for Expo, right?
You know, I'm not, Mike. It was a real struggle for me not to come to ASTA. And, last year in October, I went fishing on the Brazos River. Yeah, I do that all the time. I went to Brazil and fished in the Amazon River for peacock bass. We went at the end of their dry season. It was terrible for us to get to where we wanted to go. They gave us this week that ASTA is going on as an option because it's at the beginning of the dry season and we can go so much more better places to fish.
Yeah.
And I took almost 2 weeks of hard decisioning to commit to going fishing over ASTA. You know, I
just to be clear, not just going fishing on the Amazon is not the same thing as going to the lake.
No, it's not the same thing. No.
What's the trip
put you up in a houseboat there? Do you stay on a houseboat?
It's a 4-story yacht you're staying in. Yeah, it's bells and whistles nice, and it's got all the liquor you could possibly want to drink. And there's a girl that makes all your drinks for you. All you gotta say, hey, I want one. And this is what I want. And she makes it.
I was about to say, is there a dude named Jeeves that you talk to?
Do they have enough cases of beer?
Yeah.
Because you and I were at that hotel at ETI, that hotel bar, and John and I drank them out of beer in like 2 nights. They're like, they didn't have no more beer. I'm like, dude, you guys weren't ready for this, were you?
So, this is the part where I break some bad news to you guys. It's not that they were out of beer; it's that y'all got cut off politely.
No, they didn't cut us off. They didn't cut us off.
Imagine that, just politely.
Politely.
So, what's the trip like down there? Like, how long does it take to get to where you're going when you go to that?
Well, you leave Austin and you fly to Panama City and you stay overnight in Panama, and that next flight leaves at 3 a.m. in the morning, and you fly into Manaus. So it's 2 trips, and each one of them are 4.5-hour flights. Get to a hotel in Manaus, and you get to take a little nap, and about 10 o'clock the next morning, they pick you up and take you to a small airport, and you get into a 10-passenger plane, and you fly. It's more west to go up the Amazon River, about 4 hours, and you land in a village. And then they take you on little 16-foot bass boats out to the yacht, then you run on up the river about 5 hours, and you fish that afternoon.
So it's effectively 2.5, 3 days of travel time to get to your destination.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's 2 days. It's 2 days of travel time just to get to where you're going to start fishing at.
And how long will you be down there before you reverse trek and come back?
It's a 7-day fish trip. So once you get on the yacht, you're 7 days of steady 5 o'clock in the morning fish to about 10. You take a break. You come back. It takes an hour to go to where you want to fish at, on the water.
Okay.
By boat, at full throttle. Okay?
They got bass boats. Are you hauling?
Yeah, they're 16-foot bass boats, and you're hauling ass. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a ball. There's no river in the United States, and I've been to just about every river you can think of that is big as the Amazon. The Mississippi would have to multiply 5 times at least in width.
Really?
To get to the size of the Amazon. It's just amazing how big that river is. The traffic that's going up and down the Amazon River looks like the interstate. They have the boats are pushing barges with 18-wheelers on them. There may be 6 18-wheelers. The cattle are in panel on barges, and they just load all the cattle on the barge and have panels up so they don't jump off.
Wow.
Water is a huge, drinking water in 5-gallon jars is a huge commodity for these folks. If you go on my Facebook page and go back to last September, you'll see a lot of the pictures I took of all of this. It's really cool what they do on the river and how much traffic. And every time you cross a state line, you have to stop and get inspected by the federal government to make sure you're not transporting something illegal up and down the waterways.
Wow.
And
it is the largest. I mean, it replaces major highways there, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah. when you're in Manaus, to get to Fordville is by driving, it's 7 hours. But if you get on the boat, it's 2 hours down the river. It's amazing. Their highway system is not. It's a 2-lane trail most of the time.
Mm-hmm. That is unbelievable.
Fishing on the river isn't like what we do here. Just jump in the river, run up, and go fishing. You can't do that out there. You have to have permission by the tribe to fish their waters.
Okay.
And this guy, he buys the fishing rights to certain areas from different tribes that allows him to go fishing in their waters.
Gotcha. So how does it work? You run the Amazon River and then they run up a little tributary and that's where you end up fishing?
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
And you may run down a tributary and it opens up to a huge lake.
Lake or something,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the problems we had last year is we were trying to get there and the water was too low and you couldn't go down the tributary. And the tributary may not be no water in your room, okay?
Oh, wow.
And it's just a cut through the ground.
I mean, you don't realize how freaking huge Brazil is.
It's huge. Huge
country. It's the size of mainland United States, right? Roughly.
Almost, yes.
Yeah, it's got to be close. It's 3/4 the size anyways.
Well, it's really like 3/4 the size. It's not as big as the United States, but it's really close. And it's most of its population is on the western coast, not in the central, not on the east.
Okay.
So, what do we got to do to get Jeff Compton on the Amazon River with you? Because I want to be a part of that conversation.
There's an empty seat next to me this time, and I can't get him to cut loose. Yeah, we'd have a ball. I'd have a ball.
That's really far south for him.
Yeah, it'd be a ride for him, I bet. Just get to Austin.
Him and I live the same distance north.
Brazil is approximately the same size as the contiguous United States, being slightly larger by 160,000 square miles.
Oh, wow.
However, if you include Alaska, then we're way bigger, right?
Yeah,
right.
Because it's always about size, right? But man, you don't think my little narrow American mind, I don't think about the size of other places. So we have a new technician at one of the stores. He's Australian, and he's married to an American woman. In the first 10 years of their marriage, they agreed to spend the first 10 years in Australia. The next 10 years will be in the United States. And after that, they'll decide where they're going to retire.
Mm-hmm.
And so they just finished the 10 years in Australia and came here. And I knew that Australia was big. I didn't know how big it is. Like going across the middle where there's nothing, it's big. So that's my profound statement of the night.
That's your
my
profound
next
statement.
hunting adventure. I want to go to Australia and I want to do some hunting down there.
People own
I'll
property.
go to New Zealand. I go to New Zealand every day, no problem. Have you seen the spiders in Australia?
Oh gosh,
Spiders
you need to get off the YouTube. Stay off.
I want the crocodile.
He had pictures in his phone of spiders in his backyard shop that were the size of a dinner plate.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Do they have a golf store? Buy a 9-iron. Keep it on your person. No problem.
There you go.
Spider, gone.
Give them the continent. You give them the continent. You move to New Zealand.
Move everybody away.
There's private property owners in Australia that have property that like takes a couple days to walk across.
Oh yeah.
And not like in the U.S. where it's like 3 or 4 ranchers have that. In the U.S., it's like common in Australia for people to have property that takes a couple days to walk across.
So,
but I mean,
as you move to the west and north of Fort Worth, Dallas, okay, the ranches up there are like that. There's a lot of ranches like that it would take days to walk across.
Okay.
You know, the last ranch I hunted on was 9,000 acres. You could walk east to west across it pretty easy in a half a day's time. But if you walk from north to south, it would take a day and a half. Yes. It was narrow and long.
Bryan, have you ever driven across the country?
Yeah, many years ago, all the way.
I think everybody needs to drive the 48 contiguous states and drive to Alaska just to get an appreciation of the incredible variance in the landscape of our country and how big it is. People who live on the East Coast, they have no concept of just how big our country is.
No.
So,
the only state I haven't been in is Oregon and Washington State, and I haven't gone up to Alaska yet. But that is one of my trips I'd like to take. I've driven in every state else that I've been to, but the Oregon and Washington State, I haven't been there.
There's a place in Alaska where there's a bunch of salmon. I can't remember. Ketchikan. Ketchikan. They got a lot of salmon, and one of the farmers we do some work for, he just came back from there, and he's showing me this picture. There's a guy standing there fly fishing, and he's got this picture. It's pointed down in the river. Matt does, and the guy is standing, and there's so many salmon. I'm like, why does the guy have a fishing rod? Like, just reach down and grab a couple. Like, they're everywhere. It was unbelievable. I was like, oh my gosh.
So were they red or were they still?
They were not red.
Okay,
because
when they turn red,
that's what I was expecting to see. I was expecting to see red salmon. They were not red.
Yeah, when they're red, they're just super slimy. Okay.
Yeah.
But when they're the regular, they're slimy. They're just not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't reach down and grab one unless you got them gloves and no slide. I don't know who makes
them. We do a little salmon fishing here. I'm 3 miles from the largest freshwater fishery in the United States of America.
Cool.
I've done a little salmon fishing before.
So do you use a net to do that?
No, downriggers. Downriggers. Got to get down.
Do they fight hard or do they just give up quick?
No, they fight pretty hard.
Are they like a hammerjack? They just turn sideways and pull?
They pull very hard. Yep. They pull very hard. We run depending on the time of year. You got to get down to the right water temperature wherever they're running, and it's a whole thing. There's some guys around here who do it very well. I have neighbors who make their living running salmon charters. That's what they do for a living.
What we need to do is I need to trade a fishing trip with you. You come down here and I'll take you fishing, and then I'll go up there and you take me fishing. We can swap it out. I'll go up there first.
I'm all fished out. If I come down there, I'm going to come hog hunting.
Dude, we can do that tomorrow morning. That's not a problem. This Friday, I leave to go exotic hunting. Then I tried to get Todd Compton to go with me exotic hunting, and he didn't call me or anything. Then yesterday he texted me, is your spot still open? I said, that was 2 weeks ago, dude. It's gone.
Oh, gosh.
So what is exotic hunting? What is that?
Axis, elk, things that are not native to Texas. Okay.
Okay.
And this is a low fence ranch in an exotic country where all the high fences have, from floods or fires or whatever, they cut the fence gets pushed down, and the exotics escape, and they run crazy. And this low fence ranch is right in the path of between. So you never know what you're going to see. You might see bighorn sheep. You might see aoudad. Axis deer are plentiful down there. Black bucks are plentiful down there.
Okay.
Eufalas, they come through there once in a while. So there's all kind of stuff.
You ever get any like elephant? Maybe ostrich? Well, I wanted to shoot an ostrich.
I know where some ostrich are if you want to go shoot them. That's not a problem.
He's got you covered.
We'd have to go in the afternoon probably.
I mean, they look like some mean sons of bitches. I feel like they need shooting. So
I feel like they need shooting. Mike had a childhood incident where an ostrich bit him at a petting zoo. I'll guarantee it. He's ready to unload. He's going to go to Texas. He's going to go to the Walmart, figure out how big of a magazine they'll sell him. And he's just
we've already established that if I can get him done with one magazine, I can't reload.
Yeah, that's why you need the biggest one possible.
Yeah, I've got those 30-round happy sticks for my Glock, and just
oh my gosh,
I can't get it done in 30 rounds. I probably got a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you got a problem. You got a big problem.
I used to think I was good at shooting, and then I ended up with a niece and nephew who win junior state championship shotgunning. So I've just checked my shooting man card. I just keep it in my purse now because they're
but
far
when you
better.
shoot as much as they do all the time, constantly being as good as they are,
my
you
nephew
can't
shoots.
attack that.
My nephew shoots about $300 a week worth of shotgun shells.
Yeah. And that's why you can't fix that Volkswagen, because you don't work on the motors all day long.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna outshoot Jonathan in sporting clays.
You don't reload shotgun shells like you reload. Like my dad shoots competitively, but he collects brass and reloads.
Back in the day, we would reload shotgun shells.
Yeah,
we would reload. Mech 600 Junior was the popular reloading press. We reloaded it.
I used to have a reloading deal for all the shotgun shells too, 12 and 20s.
But these kids shoot them so fast, you can't keep up.
Yeah.
You'd have to quit your job and just reload shotgun shells all day to keep up with these kids, man. Man, we're going camping. We went camping. The kids have their shotguns in the trailer because they're like, oh, there's a tournament up here by where we're camping. My niece Molly shot 3 days. She was gone 3 days out of a 7-day vacation shooting. I mean, she's on vacation. What she want to do? Go shoot. Okay.
That's the love and the passion.
I'll tell you what.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. You took like tool manuals and technical manuals. And
I fixed an intermittent battery draw on a 21 Ram at the campground.
Well, I remember that you sent me a video where you were like, "Fuck, I can't find the little drawer for the bottom of
John
my fridge."
Appreciate this. You know, John, in an RV, you know the RV fridge has the little drawers in the bottom that you can put your lunch meat and cheese in, and they kind of come out of the RV fridge. I'm looking for this clear container all over the place. I'm like, where did I put this? One's in there, one's not. And I finally remember. I go up in the. I finally remember, and I go, this is the kind of ADHD I have. I video myself walking into the bedroom. I open the cupboard, and I had Snap-on diagnostic manuals in this clear bin in the closet. I go, that's where I put that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Just a little light reading while you're out trying to relax.
Little light reading while I'm off on vacation, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mike, I had a change in my level at my business 2 months ago. I graduated. I rolled my toolbox out of my shop and put it in my truck, and I took it home.
So what you're saying is 38 years is an appropriate amount of time to wait to do that.
It's totally not an appropriate time. I should have hauled this thing home 10 years ago.
28 years.
Thinking, yeah.
Perfect.
I kept thinking maybe I might want to work on a car someday. No.
So just for a frame of reference, when I took my tools out of the shop, I just picked the bag up and I put it in the passenger seat of the car.
Did it have a little pink pony unicorn screwdriver in it?
I put it in the passenger seat of the Miata. And I vroom, zoom, zoom.
Mike, did your screwdriver say Little Tykes on it?
I'm going to bring my toolkit to the hospitality.
We got to bring it. We got to bring a child's toolkit and have it in Miata crash cart. We'll call it or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
And have it be the little Bob the Builder little workbench set.
Dude, I am geeking out about this hospitality suite. I'm so excited about it. I've got so I've gone on a nostalgic arcade kick, and so I've got The Simpsons, I've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I've got Pac-Man and Galaga, I've got Mortal Kombat, I've got Street Fighter. I'm gonna have them all lined up on the wall, set up on free play. I'm gonna bring Mario Kart on the big TV.
The most awesome year we've had at ASCA. I'm going to miss all this stuff. I keep hearing about all the great things that are going to take place.
It's going to be a good time, man. I hate that you're not going to make it, but I understand. That seems like a lifetime type trip you got going. So I'm excited. And I know that Bryan's badly overcommitted for the expo. He's teaching multiple classes. He's going to be sucked into the podcast booth.
As long as they're not Volkswagen classes, everything should be fine.
Yeah, as long as they're not. Are you and Jim going to do a class?
We are. We're doing multiple. We're doing 2.
Doing 2 classes. Oh.
Yeah.
That was
doing 2 classes.
I like the Control-Alt-Delete. Rebooting your diagnostic process.
Yep.
I like that.
And it's not just a diagnostic process. You know, there's there's a logical process that you can apply to everything.
Amen.
Everything from dispatching to, all sorts of stuff. It's gonna be far beyond just diagnostic process.
I mean, they're dispatching. There's shops out there that it's just like next man up gets the next ticket with no consideration of what the ticket is going to. Yeah. Use your brain.
We wouldn't get anything done if we did that.
Engage
People
brain.
be struggling. No. We don't have people there. We're not trying to make people. Our guys work pretty hard, right? We're not trying to make them struggle. Man, I will go out of my way to make sure they're doing stuff they like doing. Because you know what happens when they do stuff they like doing? They do it fast.
And they
do it good. And they do it good. When they have a job they like doing, they do it fast and they do it good. You pop the hood open, you look under there. It looks like nobody ever worked on the car. It looks like it rolled off the assembly line like that. All little clips are back in. All little wire tabs are all pushed back. Right? You know what I mean. They get a job they really like doing and they get really efficient at it and they get excited about making it look perfect. Yeah, I'm into that.
So how's the Volkswagen look?
What's that?
How's the Volkswagen look? That's good enough. You said enough. That's all right.
He's going to message me at 5:45 tomorrow morning and be like, I fucking got it. I figured it out.
That will not happen. I have very good instincts, and my instincts are telling me this is not a 15-minute problem. I feel like.
Do you think it's a problem that was created at Wilco, or do you just bad luck?
I don't think it was a problem. The guy I had do the job does jobs like that very well. He likes to take big things apart, high labor jobs. He likes doing that. He likes long projects, and he likes putting them back together very well. I'm pretty confident that the guy that did the job didn't botch it up. He does very good work for us, and we dispatch to strengths, and that's the type of stuff he likes doing, where the subframe and the differential and the transfer case and all this has to come out to put a starter in. Like, that's his thing. He likes doing that type of stuff. So, and he does pretty good work for us, man. He makes very few mistakes, and when he does make one, he feels bad. If the small chance it was something that he caused, I don't know if I'm going to tell him, because he'll feel really bad about it.
Because he'll take it so personal.
Oh yeah, he will be sick if he finds out that I spend an hour or two chasing something down that a pin folded over in a connector, or who knows, right? If it is something like that, he'll be sick. I won't even tell him.
I've got two employees like that are passionate about what they do.
Yeah. He will be sick if it's something like that, So I
have an embarrassing confession about something that happened at CarFix.
Oh,
what better thing to do than share with everyone how we screw stuff up, right?
Exactly.
New technician, dealership guy, and I'm going to be intentionally vague on some of these details. Dealership guy, first day in, second job. First job was an oil service. Second job was timing chains. And say, hey, man, it's a pretty common timing chain job. Have you done these? And he said, yeah, I've done tons of them. No problem. So give him a timing chain job. In this particular vehicle, you take the whole drive line out, engine, transmission, everything, separate them apart, and do the timing chain job. And gets it all back together, gets halfway done one day, puts it back together the next day, is positioning it under the car to go back up, and somehow, some way, drops the unit and cracks the transmission.
Oh no!
So, hey, been there. Been there.
I'm not done. We buy a transmission. Now this car came in for a check engine light. It drove in for a check engine light. So we buy him a transmission. Takes a couple days to get there. Put it in. Put it back together. Install the unit. Runs poorly. Check engine lights on. Out of time. Badly. Out of time. Damage internally. Needs a motor.
Oh no.
So came in for a check engine light. Ended up getting a motor and a transmission on CarFix.
Oh no.
On his second ever job in the company.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So.
Oh no.
That was one of those where I showed up at 7 a.m.
Oh no.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So.
Was the vehicle?
Luckily, we didn't charge anything for the diag, so we got to give them the free engine and transmission along with the free diag.
The type of vehicle, does it share a name with a city in Michigan?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah. So, anyways, Mike, I've had to redo one of those for Wilco Auto Care before. Now, we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I personally dropped a 4L60 on a Camaro that I had the entire engine and tranny out of. It tipped off the jack and crapped the case. And then we put a transmission in it, and the transmission we put in was no good. And then so we put another transmission in it. You know what, man? People have this thing where they think that, our shop's perfect and we don't mess stuff up. Dude, I have the notebook I have of my screw ups alone is college rule. That's how many lines you need for all the screw up.
If you ain't screwing up, you ain't trying.
Yeah. I had a Trailblazer 4L60 of sadness. Yeah.
4L60 of sadness.
4L60 of sadness. How many times do you think you can take a 4L60 out of a Trailblazer before you finally fix the transmission right inside, Mike? Oh, well. Oh, well.
Well, there's always things happening. John, have you had any disasters at your business lately that you can share with us so that I'll feel better about my misery?
I don't hold on to that stuff. And yes, I had disasters at my business, and I haven't been at my business in 2 weeks, but I haven't heard anything bad yet, so I just let an employee go here a couple months ago for he just got into a regular habit of bad diagging and saying this needed that and this needed that, and then when we get tore apart, there's nothing the matter with that. And so
was he just firing the parts cannon? Was he doing the Identifix fix or what? Guessing.
I think he had an alcohol problem, and he didn't want to do his job, and he come wheeling in the parking lot into the bay door, okay, with one of them canned mixed drinks tilted up in one of my client's vehicles.
Yeah.
That was at 11 o'clock in the morning.
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
I think that might be a red flag.
Yeah.
He gone.
That actually might be a black flag. I think he needs to go to the pit.
He's going to the pit.
That's the Benji Burris lap 2 flag.
John put him in limp mode. Straight to the limp mode. Straight the hell out of there.
Exactly. Load your shit up and get.
If you're drinking mixed drinks at 11 a.m. in a customer's car, you get the Benji Burris. We're going to call that now. That's the Benji Burris.
Winston couldn't figure out. I couldn't figure out what the tone was, what was going on. Then Winston was standing in the middle of the shop when he came pulling inside that customer's vehicle. And when he got out, Winston said, "You just get your shit and get out of here." We don't need that.
Hey, that sounds like my type of guy.
I have seen a technician burning a heater in a customer's car before.
What?
Just having a cigarette, having a cigarette, driving a customer's car. I got the windows down. No, you're okay. You can go.
No.
Oh my
if you don't like
gosh.
the music, turn the volume down. Don't turn the radio off.
Oh my gosh.
Don't touch nothing.
It's amazing how much shit you see in 20 years.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Or 38.
I bought that engine. I bought that transmission numerous of times. Okay. Replaced wiring harnesses in the 6.0 diesels that the clips plastic piece broke, that it wasn't nobody's fault but the guy doing the job. So I have all the nightmare stories. I just don't remember all of them.
Short memory of a goldfish is not a bad thing.
Exactly. So, I love it.
That's just I have like the same thing. I can't remember all of our screw ups, and it's just my inner psyche protecting me.
Yes.
Because if I remembered all of them, I might go out of my mind.
So, John, I know that you're going to the Amazon to go fishing. It sounds like an incredible trip. Are you going to go to Ratchet and Wrench, or are you going to go to Apex? You got any more trips this year?
Yes. Well, since we're not going to ASTA, my team and I have decided to take the full week for SEMA and Apex. So we're going to leave Saturday to head up there, and we're going to play Sunday and Monday, and then we'll attend the event and come back home Thursday after the event. They want to drive up there. They don't want to fly. They want to ride. So that's
like
the reason
13,
why
14
so
hours
long.
from you, isn't it?
It's 14 to 16 hours, depending on how long. But we're going to leave Friday night after work and drive to Amarillo, and that's a 4-hour ride, and stay the night in Amarillo. And then we'll stage the rest of it out where they can see the country during daylight. That's just a beautiful ride going out through there.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Every year I've gone, I've always drove my RV and stayed in a KOA camp out there, But we rented a house
I drove across West Texas for a month one day, and it's just it's a lot. It's a lot of
nothing.
It's a lot of cow.
A lot of cows, a lot of cedars, a lot of mesquite trees. There's not a. I mean, you can see an oil rig.
The first time I saw actual tumbleweed, I thought it was just a trope from the movies. No, it's a real thing. Tumbleweed.
Yeah, we had a tumbleweed roll up the railroad tracks at the shop one day. They're everywhere, Mike. That's not a Texas thing. We got them here in Western New York.
That's from Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, man. For me,
if you go to Niagara Falls, it's a tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed, yeah.
They smoke a ton of weed.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Do you have
all
the
right,
bush
man?
Say what's that?
Do you have the tumbleweed bush? The big old bush?
No. This was just one that looked similar. It looked like something off of the Coyote and the Roadrunner. That's what it looked like. Yeah, it's just a weed, a round one though.
Because the one Mike's seen, if you hit them with a car, it'll do damage.
Really?
Yes.
You hit them with a motorcycle, it'll ruin your day.
It will ruin your day. Could ruin the rest of your life.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They're massive.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Anyway, fellas, it's been a good time. John, it was good to catch up with you, man.
I'm so glad you reached out. I really enjoyed being here and spending this time telling you a story, telling you what's going on in my world. Now, I'm really hating that I'm going to miss AST. I promise you I am.
I think you got a reason, not an excuse.
Yeah,
I
do.
I'll see you in Vegas. I'll be there. We'll track each other down.
We'll be hooking up for sure. Yeah,
I am willing to make poor choices in the same room as you. So, you know what? Because that's what Vegas is all about. So,
oh gosh,
it is. Find some hidden doors and go inside them rooms.
All right, man. I'll see you later.